They're just, our floor announcers are doing the skater rollout and introductions right now. So, actually, are they doing it now? We've got the Smash Squad, who, is this their third game in a row?
This is, for a lack of a better terms, is their third game in a row. I think they were making a little bit of a delay happen, either to make this game start at 8 o'clock like it was scheduled to happen, or at least to give the Smash Squad enough time to kind of have a break between their games. They've gone the hard route to this final. Our Ladies of Pain have gone the easy route, and this game was going to determine whether the hard route or the easy route was the best way to go. And if you're not knowing quite sure at home, I'm pretty sure Montreal Smash Squad had to play 7 games to get here. This will technically be Our Ladies of Pain 4th game on the day.
The advantage, obviously Our Ladies of Pain have an advantage where they got a nice big rest. But if
they did, but some people think that could be a disadvantage because you get rested and complacent.
I do. And so the Smash Squad, having played 3 bouts in a row, they've worked out their kinks. They're warm, but they're tired, and that's the only thing. So they're a very great team. We've seen some great derby coming out of the Montreal Smash Squad today. I have no doubt that they can beat the Our Ladies of Pain. It'll just depend on if they're too tired.
No, you're right. And sometimes if you're tired and just running on adrenaline, the adrenaline that your body gives you is exactly what you need just to get that extra edge on a team. And if another team isn't quite ready for that, they won't be prepared. And that is the job of the 3 bench staff, Flying Frenchie, Fidget, and Ronnie Rivet, to try and get Our Ladies of Pain ready and prepared for this game, and understand that just because they've gotten to the final doesn't mean that it's going to be a cakewalk here. They have to be set and ready and composed and willing to show a big skate out from Montreal Smash Squad. This is technically the first skate around from either team. And right away, a little bit of nerves, people falling down. It's the best way. This is what Too Fresh is all about.
Get it out of the way.
Both of these teams looked solid on their feet all day long, but they're tripping each other up just because they're super excited.
Now, one other thing, one way that you're going to see Smash Squad is affected, we saw it in the last game, the amount of penalties that they've gotten. So they've gone from getting penalties because they're not experienced this morning to now getting penalties because they're tired.
Yeah, and penalty trouble for either team is the biggest thing in this sport. If a blocker goes to the penalty box, or any player for that matter, when the jammer is in scoring position, that jammer scores the point for the blocker that they pass, or jammer, and anyone in the penalty box. So penalty trouble can smell the difference between winning and losing this game.
We've seen it already today. Teams losing because of penalties. Too many power jams. It just takes one power jam.
It does.
So hopefully that won't happen, and hopefully we'll get 2 very evenly matched teams, and we'll see some good derby without the jammers being in the box.
That's true. And if I'm not corrected, it does say that the period clock is at 20 minutes, and if that's correct, then we may be doing 2 20-minute jams. I was under the impression it was supposed to be 2 15 minutes at the beginning of the day.
I thought so too.
But so far, the period clock does say 20 minutes, and if that's the case, this is essentially like 2/3 of a real game, 66% of a real game. And the Smash Squad, at the end of this game, when they finish it, for this tournament, essentially will play their 8th game, technically speaking.
Oh, wow.
Their game.
And we are now looking at the Our Ladies of Pain Royal City Roller Girls. Is my mic on?
That's right. I know this league a little bit. I've coached and refereed with them refereed for 2 years and coached with them for about the past 6 or 7. I don't personally help out this team as much, but I do see them at our league practices and our scrimmages, and they've been trained quite well, as they should be, because I would yell at the players that are coaching them right now because they're on the team that I coach. So if they're not going to play well today, then I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what I've been showing my team myself.
I just have to, oh, there I am. Okay, I couldn't hear myself earlier. I'm wondering if I was holding the mic wrong.
No, that's just because we hear ourselves in our ears.
Yeah. We canceled.
More so than we would normally because we were wearing these amazing microphones and headsets.
And hopefully you can hear us too over the floor announcers, the house announcers. The house announcers, now I'm going to get her name wrong.
Malcontent Reynolds.
Yes, thank you, Malcontent Reynolds. I didn't know, and Jaxalottapus Blue. Jaxalottapus being the Lindsay, he coaches Lindsay, but today was coaching Quad City, I forget.
Quad City, Quad City.
Hot Rods or something.
Hot Rods, yeah. A league or a team that was made of a conglomerate of 5 leagues from around the Western Ontario area, Northwestern Ontario area. Peterborough, Lindsay, GTA,
Belleville, I think.
Belleville.
And there was one skater from my league, Peterborough.
Peterborough, there we go, Peterborough roller
derby. Shout out to the body.
The body. Apparently, her name is in quotation marks, so you either have to yell and quote, air quotes at someone, or you at the very least, have to air quotes it to anyone.
She's a big wrestling fan. That's why she's the body.
That's incredible. But she should change her name to real first name, the body, real last name.
Yeah.
and then I would appreciate it much more. Here we go. The Arleys of Pain cheering with themselves and the rest of their league, because the rest of the league has brought enough fans to outshow the amount of players on their bench, which is something that Royal City is known for. If you're going to have Royal City at your event, I guarantee there's going to be fans there from their league cheering them on, so you better be prepared for that.
That was pretty intimidating, the display we just saw from Our Ladies of Pain. It's almost like the haka, but not quite as
impressive.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as impressive as that, but
a little bit of chest thumping. Okay, the play has started, and unfortunately, I can't see anything.
It's Silent Spring from Arleys of Pain, I know that. Unfortunately, I can't see the Montreal Jammer. Silent Spring does get lead jam just before turn 1, and it looks like Montreal
That's
Jammer.
Owly Shit.
Owly Shit, number 610.
Owly Shit's name's been a big hit here in this tournament.
It is a great name.
It's great. And who did you say number 55 is?
Silent Spring.
Silent Spring. Yes, I saw her jamming a few games ago. Really great jammer. If you've been watching the Smash Squad, one jammer to look out for is Donata. Pretty effective, pretty consistent. Donata on the Smash Squad. Owly Shit's been jamming quite a bit too. Let me see who else. I've seen a few others.
After the first jam, there's a quick official timeout. It looks like the jammer refs are going over to make sure that the scoreboard is happening correctly. Silent Spring did get lead jam, entered the pack, didn't score any points. The opposing jammer did show points, but I don't see any points in the scoreboard currently. I don't know if you can see it at home. We don't have a secondary screen in front of us, so I can't see what you see at home, unfortunately. So all I know right now is it's 0-0, and there's 18 minutes and 59 seconds left.
This is tense. I can't deal with this. I'm so excited, and I'm so nervous. You know what? We've got Zebra Crew 4 out there. Why don't I introduce them?
Yeah, for sure.
So
they're great.
Our head ref is Joe Smith, and he's joined out there by Yogi and Sarah T, Queen Victoria, Dreaded, Notion, and Holly de Havilland.
That's correct. I believe that is originally the crew, but this crew's a little bit different because I see Shields out there.
Yeah, and Mr. Beard. Okay, so forget everything I just said.
I think they made kind of a referee power team to make sure that this game is going to be done correctly.
The jamming for the Smashers. Oh, Smashers. This is the Smash Squad. They're even in orange.
That's
is how we roll.
Thomas the Tank having a big knockout of the jammer, cycling her back, holding that jammer in the pack, and Arleys of Pain with a very tough.
What a tight
defensive
wall. They are
wall,
holding her back.
Springing.
Now, meanwhile,
Betty Spite for Our Ladies of Pain, number 345.
Our Ladies of Pain third base coaches signaling Betty Spite to keep going. How we roll? I think she's still in her initial attempt, isn't she? And she is now through.
It is Betty Spite scoring 5 points, even though the Montreal Jammer got out of the pack at the end there. Betty Spite still passed her for that 5th point. Has potential to score more right here and is definitely attempting to. How we roll hit the pack. I'm not sure. The referee is trying to decide whether or not she passed anyone's hips. If you aren't sure of how to score points, the jammer needs to pass their center mass past an opposing blocker center mass in order to score points.
It's not the hips?
Technically the hips, but, well, sorry, technically center mass, but everyone calls them the hips.
Okay. 5 seconds is called. And we have a full contingent for both teams on the track right now. And who is that?
That is number 808.
That is Fatula Clark.
Fatula Clark.
Who's got the lead jammer status. And
it's Pablo Picasso from Orleans Pain trying to get out the back end there. Definitely having a lot of trouble. Multiplayer block being called on Montreal Smash Squad blocker.
That's Velvet on the ground. Now I want to just give props to Lee Antichrist for holding back Our Lady of Pain jammer for so long. It's very interesting to see because when I was in this tournament, we never would have skated backwards and presented our chest. We never would have done a catch and hold like that. I've been seeing it all day. I love it.
I know, and it's a testament to how these leagues train their freshmen. Anything that their perceived upper echelon of derby in their own league is doing, they're being trained in the exact same way. So they're picking up on these nuances in the game, and that's incredible to see at this early stage. It just speaks volumes of how the derby is going to grow as we go forward.
Now let's see how Smash Squad does. One blocker down.
Sound Spring being blocked by the Montreal Smash Squad. Doesn't matter though. Sound Spring springing herself for lead jam.
Holy shit, still trying to make her way around that blue wall.
That's true. Thomas the Tank doing her best. She has been a force to be reckoned with the entire day for Our Lady of Pain, and knocks out Holy Shit, keeping her in the pack.
Was too safe there. The skater who hit her out fell. She could have come right in. Instead, she played it safe and came in behind the blue players.
That's
now
right.
She's got to fight her way back through one all over again.
Sound Spring trying to score her second 5-point Grand Slam and does.
She does.
And if you aren't understanding how the cutting the track penalty works, it's essentially like if you show up at a show and you're wanting to see the band play and there's a big lineup, you can't cut in front of your friends. You have to stay in the line.
That's right. You got to go to the back of the line.
Yeah, you got to go to the back of the line. So if you cut in front of someone, you got to readjust and go to the back of the line.
And we've got a penalty for the Smash Squad. That was number 606, and I didn't hear what the penalty was, but it's Pinkiller. I massacre this name all the time.
That's okay. Announcers should be given forgiveness because there's a lot to be said during the game. A lot of words and a lot of syllables. Sound Spring getting out again. Another 4-point pass, calls it off. That is 19 points for Silent Spring, 4 points for the Montreal Smash Squad. That brings a total score to 27-10. There's 14 minutes and less than whatever seconds left in this jam. I am still unsure whether or not we're going to have two periods.
Me too. But I mean, all the other games, didn't they just put 20 minutes on the clock?
They did, but earlier today, I could have swore someone said there was going to be 2 15-minute games, or 2 15-minute periods. They may have changed that. I wish someone would. Oh.
I'm pretty sure they've been 20-minute games.
Donata, super consistent jammer. Very safe on the track. Rarely goes to the penalty box. Gets lead percentage, a high lead percentage, and scores a decent amount of points. A very good play. And Mr. Beard calls Betty Spite on a cutting the track penalty. This is Smash Squad on a power jam. This is huge for the Montreal ORW Smash Squad.
So the Smash Squad has to do what they've been doing all evening and helping their jammer out. Setting up those screens, as we would say in basketball. And Donata gets through for her first Grand Slam. Is this the first time she's jammed this? No, this is the second time she's jammed this bout, huh?
Yes, and somehow Donata has already scored a second scoring pass. This is her
she just
third,
pushed her way through that wall.
This is her third. Okay.
And she was lead. Yes, she calls it off.
She did. I'm hoping that I've just had too many drinks, but I thought Donata only scored 2 scoring passes, but they're showing 15 points, which is a total of 3 scoring passes.
I think there were 3.
Was there 3?
She did blow out of the pack pretty early, and I know that she had at least 2. She had 1 scoring pass before the power jam. Does that math add up?
It does.
Okay.
It potentially could, yes.
But, yeah, no, it still would have been. I'm like, I'm thinking, did she pick up 5 points?
Pablo Picasso with a lead jam. It's a very close game, 26-25.
That was a beautiful punch through by Pablo
Picasso.
Yes.
Picasso. And coming on the inside line, calling off the jam, scoring a really easy 4 points. Pulling this game away yet again.
It's still pretty tight.
It is going to be 30 points
game.
to 25. It is a very, very tight game. Unfortunately for Montreal, they start on this jam with 1 blocker in the box, a little bit of a deficit, but it hasn't really affected them the rest of the tournament. It's interesting to see what will happen against the Our Ladies of Pain.
It's interesting. So far what I said about being tired and taking a lot of penalties has been, I guess, proven or at least demonstrated. So hopefully they can shake it off and stop.
Nice offensive block from the Our Ladies of Pain blocker. That was incredible. Nice, really nice job.
Our Ladies of Pain regrouping, and whoa, she stays in. She calls it off. I think she picked up a point. She did. 1 point for Amaru La Machina.
Number 519, Headlock Holmes. That was an incredible offensive block. Offensive blocking is something that people sometimes forget about or don't even pick up on, but
it's really
if you rewind that at home, you can really see number 519 setting up a really nice offensive block or a screen, if you will, from basketball.
Yeah. Even seasoned players have a very difficult time to go from defense to offense. And sometimes all it takes is one player to just detach herself from the wall if she's not needed and go back and help her jammer. Wait, you were talking about defense, weren't you?
No, I was talking about offense for sure.
Okay, you were okay. It's been a long day.
But Donata gets the lead jam for the Smash Squad, followed closely behind by Betty Spite. Let's see if Donata's blockers can get themselves into position to score as many points as they can in this jam.
She checks
Comes
over
in
her
the pack
shoulder
hot.
And calls it. Have there been points?
I think Guilo is potentially signaling for a back block.
Oh, that's
I don't know who that was called upon, but he made the hand signals. I'm not sure if that was relayed from the jammer. Maybe the jammer ref overturned it, which is quite possible.
Well, we've got currently 1 jammer, 1 blocker in the box for the Smash Squad, 1 pivot in the box for the Our Ladies of Pain. Right now, there are too many orange skaters on the track.
There are definitely too many orange skaters on the track, and the referees need to correct that. It looks like Joe, the locksmith, is trying to figure out who needs to get off the track for the Smash Squad. It doesn't matter, though, because Silent Spring gets the lead jam.
It's going to matter in a second when...
It does. The crazy part about roller derby, if Silent Spring was able to score past those blockers, even with the extra player, they actually get that extra point.
They do get the extra point.
They do.
Oh, it looks like...
It would have been a 6-point scoring pass.
Okay, one orange player has come out of the box and is now on her bench. So Silent Spring, I really enjoy watching her jam.
Yeah, she's proven herself quite tough and agile in this game. She does not give up on any line and really tries. Oh, I think she got caught on a cutting the track penalty. That's unfortunate, but thankfully for the Royal City Roller Girls, she already had scored points in that jam and is on scoring pass. I believe Donata is still on her first pass. I could be wrong. I think she's still on her first pass. And Thomas the Tank, the pivot and captain from Our Ladies of Pain, really, really doing a number on Donata. An attempted star pass. Nice job from Montreal Smash Squad. That was a really, really well-timed star pass. Oh, she doesn't know what to do with the pivot cap. She didn't have to take it off.
She didn't have to take it off, no.
She can kind of just do whatever she wants with it, really. She has the thing on her head that deems her able to score points, so she's good. Silent Spring comes out of the pack and is able to score anyways. She may have.
No, I think that she needs to have that stripe on in order to put the penny on, the star on. I don't know if she actually scored there.
She should have scored there. But in order for the star pass to be complete, she had to have the stripe on, which she did. So I'm not quite sure why that should have been potentially an illegal star pass.
I think there's going to be
some trouble. That should have been potentially
here.
an illegal star pass. I'm not quite sure The jammer ref for the Montreal Smash Squad is looking around. They're going to try and figure out. Joe the Locksmith is calling an official timeout.
I'm not surprised to see that there is a timeout happening.
If you're watching at home, roller derby is an incredibly strange sport and very fast, and a lot of things happen. But so I'm going to try and break down what happened there in this official timeout. Montreal's jammer star pass to their pivot. The pivot, I believe, at the time had the stripe on her head, which means she's able to take the star from the jammer. And she did. Exited the pack and put the jammer star on her head. Unfortunately, took the stripe off, which she can do because she's technically, like, the pass happened while she was still the pivot.
But I don't think you can put it on.
She can put it on still.
Okay.
But I know for a fact she cannot pass it back to the jammer after she's put it on her head.
Yes, that is definitely true.
I know that she can't pass it back to the jammer after she's already been given the pass. So once the pass has happened, it has already happened. You cannot give it back. It's like no givesies backsies, right?
So what do you think the consequence for that? Because I don't think they scored any point. They didn't score any points. It's now 40-26 for Our Ladies of Pain.
I do think she should have scored points on that scoring pass. But at the same time, that jammer needs to go to the box for an illegal star pass because the jammer the pivot who was the active jammer passed it back to the inactive jammer, and that is the illegal action that happened at the end of that jam. And I know, roller derby.
My head hurts.
Stuff did happen. There will be penalties. The referees and NSOs are just trying to figure out exactly what penalty did happen.
Because they're all fresh.
They are, well,
not all of them, no.
This referee crew has a little bit more experience than the combined group of all the other crews earlier today. So I imagine that they will come to the same determination or something similar to what I was suggesting myself.
The reason I hesitate about the lack of pivot helmet cover is that, I might not be right, but this is what's stuck in my head, is that once you remove it, then you are no longer the pivot and therefore cannot don the star.
Right, and like you are right, and I've actually never seen a moment where the pivot has received the star and still the pivot stripe on her head, put it on, and then remove the pivot star to put the jammer star on. So technically speaking, I guess there is no thing in the rules that states that they can't or can do that. But there is something that says that if the star happens to the pivot and the pivot has a stripe on their head, then it can still happen. So the conclusion from the case books is that it should not be a penalty. It should be points and then a penalty after for passing the star back to the jammer.
It's so interesting and so frustrating.
I know. The star pass is an interesting thing. There's many rules in roller derby that I always look at and see happen, and I'm like, does it, does it really have to go this way? But it does, unfortunately, and that's what the WFCDA have come to. And there's a lot of people that put time involved in. More specifically, Wax Poetic has put a lot of time involved into the current iteration of the rule set. And if you haven't read through it, please do. It is very well written and much better than the original rule set that I remember anyways from 9 years ago and all the different iterations in between.
So we still don't have a verdict on what is happening. We have seen some dancing on the floor by our announcers and our coaches and our players.
Yeah, it's not a roller derby event if someone doesn't dance on the track. That's for sure. And it looks like Malcontent Reynolds and Jaxalottapus are having a lot of fun announcing together in-house on turn 4. Unfortunately, on the stream we can't be as theatrical as the house announcers, but that suits me just fine. I'm not as theatric as most of the announcers here. I'm definitely not.
I like to boogie. Well, depends on how many deep I am. You know what I mean?
Coffees?
Yeah.
Waters?
Bubbly pops.
Wobbly pops, there we go.
This is taking forever. I'm just saying.
It is, but, this is the final game, and the referees
gotta get it right.
Really want to make sure they're getting it right. especially because this is being streamed live. And it's going to be archived on Layer 9, which you all are watching it from. And if you aren't, you've definitely hit the little tab on the bottom right that makes it go on YouTube. Either way, the original broadcast is being brought to you by Layer 9, so it'll be archived forever and all time as long as that website or as long as that archive is available. So they especially want to make sure that they're trying to get this right today.
Was it you I was saying over in the bubble that I was feeling nostalgic last year after announcing, and I went back and watched my fresh meat tournament?
Yeah, I don't like to watch Old Derby. It makes me upset because I used to think it was great, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I could barely stand up. Actually, I think my first time on the line, I just felt.
It does look like I was correct, and they sent the Montreal Smash Squad jammer to the box at the end of that jam for an illegal star pass. Pablo Picasso with lead jam on a power start for Royal City Roller Girls, Our Ladies of Pain.
Oh.
And is trying, and looks like Our Ladies of Pain opted for a passive offense on this jam, and it does work in their favor. Pablo Picasso picking up 5 points. Montreal's jammer getting out of the box right now. Tanada takes a start for that, looks for a star pass.
That was a quick pass.
Very, very quick pass.
Smart move.
Oh, nice hit out by Thomas the Tank to keep that pivot now turn jammer, to keep this big scoring run alive for Pablo Picasso. So far getting 9 points. I know it says 5, but it should be 9 points, and it does now. Already scoring so quickly they can't even keep up on the scoreboard.
Pablo Picasso had a hard time getting through on that last pass.
That's right, slicing and dicing your way through number 610. I feel like Montreal put her out there as a pivot just to take the star pass. Holy shit, has taken the star pass.
Oh.
That was a very aggressive hit from Pablo Picasso on Donata, but despite that, does get her points and calls it off. Looking back just to make sure that the Montreal Smash Squad jammer, Owly Shit, has not scored too many, and she didn't. Only one. That was an 18-1 jam for the Our Ladies of Pain.
That hurts.
That's a huge, huge jam.
And they're starting this jam with 2 blockers in the box, so they are 2 blockers down. Ouch. That's all I have to say.
It's true, and Thomas the Tank, essentially, from what I can remember, hasn't left the track in quite a long time. I know she was on the track for the last jam, but she's currently on the track again. It's one of the captains from Our Ladies of Pain, and she has done a phenomenal job making sure that her team is set and ready and have the right headspace. I don't know if at home you've ever captained a team, but it's a very strange thing because you have to keep up appearances and make sure that everyone's set and ready. And it's really, really weird because you think everyone's not going to like you when you're doing that. But it's an important job.
And they may not like you, but it's tough love.
It is tough love.
It's tough love. Oh, it's going to hurt so much. It's going to hurt their bodies. I'm talking about the Smash Squad. It's going to hurt their souls. But Smash Squad has the lead jammer status, and Betty Rage. No, not Betty Rage. She's
Betty
on my
Spite.
team. Betty Spite. We have Petty Rage on Peterborough.
That's right. That's a really strange call out for Montreal. They had lead, and they have a lot of blockers in the box. Currently, they can only put 1 blocker on the track.
1.
In my best judgment as a coach, I do think Montreal wanted to run that jam just to get some of their blockers out of the box, but they opted not to. I'm not sure what the strategy was there.
Nerves?
Exactly.
Was it
possibly nerves
from the bench, or was it just our
possibly
jammer?
possibly nerves? Yeah, for sure. Sunspring getting lead jam on the sole blocker from Montreal. Nayslayer, another pivot from Our Ladies of Pain, keeping and Misery.
Srirachacha is jamming. I don't think I've seen her jam all day. They're giving a less used jammer an opportunity to see if she can pick up some points here.
Oh no, and Sunspring takes a back block penalty and is heading to the penalty box. Fortunately for Royal City, she goes to the box on scoring pass. Montreal, thankfully, has scored already 5 and can put up a lot of points on this jam. Scores 58-32 Let's see if the Montreal Jammer can get through the pack. Nayslayer, the pivot for the Royal City Roller Girls.
Does make it through for another Grand Slam, another 5 points. She might have one more pass, one more opportunity before Silent Spring comes out of the box. Our Ladies of Pain are ready for her. Oh, this one's not going to be as easy. Not that the other ones were easy. Silent Spring is out, meeting the butt of, oh, I forget her name, Green Peas. Look at that 3-wall. They're doing all right.
Nice job from Lace there, keeping the Montreal Smash Squad's Jammer in the crack. Sriracha Silent Spring springing herself out, getting 4 points.
Oh, and she dodges a hit from, who is that? 2908. Nayslayer. Sriracha not doing too bad. Silent Spring making up for that time in the penalty box. They've got 13 more seconds left in this jam.
It's true. If Our Ladies Band can keep Sriracha in the back of the pack here and Silent Spring can score a few more points, they come into this jam fairly well unscathed. They're almost a tie. Another 4 points for Sriracha.
And 3
makes
for
it 18.
Spring.
And how many for Our Ladies Band? 3.
3.
18 to 12. Good jam for this Montreal. Okay jam for Royal City.
You'd give it a B?
Yeah, I give it a B minus.
Right.
I give it A minus for the Smash Squad, a B minus for our Royal City.
Yeah, the Smash Squad did well. Oh, there. Now I can hear myself. Smash Squad did all right. They made up some points. Not enough, though. There are 3 minutes left in this bout. Well, actually, no, we've not established that yet. If it's left of the bout or if they're doing 2 halves.
I know. I wish someone would come over and tell me. If you know at home.
They can't hear us. That's why.
I know. I can't hear them at home. If they can yell at me at home and tell me what's going on, that'd be great. But I don't quite know. I thought for sure at every fresh tournament I've been at GTAR, the last game is always 2 periods instead of 1. But this year, the first period has been 20 minutes instead of 15, whereas previous years it was 2:15 for a total of 30.
I'm looking around for somebody who might know. So when I said they can't hear us, I meant like the floor manager can't hear us.
I know, but Jax, who is the head announcer, is unfortunately doing the house, which is fortunate for everyone in the building because Jax is an amazing house announcer. Yeah. It's just I can't ask.
But we can't hear them.
Currently, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But if this is the only period of the game, Our Ladies of Pain have 3 minutes left and have the lead, and they have the potential to win this tournament for the first time in Royal City's history. Pablo Cagasso with the lead jam number 3. Super consistent jammer for Royal City. They have relied upon her to just get lead and get a decent amount of points for the team every single time she's on the track. And that's exactly what she's doing right now.
La Maquina is not wearing the star right now. She thought about doing a star pass and thought better of it when she got past the pack on the inside line. I was going to say something. I was going to ask something.
That's right. Pablo Cagasso scores 5 points on that last pass. Montreal is in scoring pass, but also Pablo Cagasso just hit the back of the pack to pick up a few points already. It looks like Royal City's strategy is to just run the time off the clock. If they know something I don't, then they're just trying to kill the penalty, kill the time on the clock fully to win this game. And that doesn't help me out at all. Whatever happened on the, it could have gone either way. Our Ladies of Pain scored 9, Smash Squad scored 4. If they had kept running that jam, I would have thought this was the last jam of the day, or the last period of the day. But
the mystery has not been solved. We're only going to know in another minute and 46.
That's okay, because everyone at home, maybe everyone at home knows, but at least we're keeping them intrigued in what's going on the track.
I'll check the Twitter feed. Let's check this. I don't check it very often.
Oh no, I think Montreal's jammer just got a penalty for something. Oh no, it was Betty Spite. Betty Spite, Our Ladies of Pain getting into the box for a forearm penalty. Montreal jammer still not out of the pack, number 808. That is Flacula Clark. Nayslayer again, keeping her team together. Flacula Clark giving, am I saying that right?
Flatula Clark.
Flatula Clark. Getting lead jam for Montreal in position to score, but the score right now is 78-49. Royal City over the Montreal Roller Derby Smash Squad. Montreal scoring 5 points, bringing the score to 78-54. This is a huge jam potentially for Montreal if this is the last period of the game.
I think they should always play like their life depends on. That would have sounded cooler if I could actually talk. If their lives depended on it.
It's true.
Easier said than done. I'm sitting on my duff.
It is. It is easier said than done. Unfortunately, roller derby is a strange beast because at this tournament, it's all about if you win by whatever score, it doesn't matter. But in the rest of the roller derby community, in the WF today for that matter, it's about the percentage of points you win by. So it's a very, very amazing and incredible sport, and there's a lot of math involved. And I'm glad that there's a calculator that helps me out with figuring these things as I go along.
I can't even. I still don't understand the standings the way they work.
Oh no, I think Montreal may have thought that there was enough time for another jam, but the scoreboard does say unofficial final.
And as Our Ladies of Pain realized what's happening, oh, that was fun. That was fun to watch. Did you see Thomas the Tank kind of realize what was going on?
No, she did, and it was a very anticlimactic win for Our Ladies of Pain. A final jam did not happen, and there's the whistle from Joe the Locksmith. Royal City Roller Girls, Our Ladies of Pain win the Fresh tournament for the first time in its history. Hopefully this speaks volumes of where this league is going in the future. I'm pretty sure it has. If you haven't been taking notice, Royal City's been mopping the floor with people for the last 3 to 4 years. So please, open your eyes and take a look.
You're not
because
biased
Royal
at
City
all.
is, oh no, I'm not biased at all. I'm gonna say it how it is. Royal City's been kicking ass.
This was a great day. You've seen some fantastic derby, especially in this last bout. A valiant effort put forth by Montreal's Smash Squad. Félicitations on their second place, or on their silver medal win. Is it a medal? It's second, anyway. And of course, Our Ladies of Pain, a big congratulations to you. Well fought, well deserved. Very impressed with you and all the other great stuff. You're doing all the things.
Our Ladies of Pain are great. Give big props to Fidget, aka Ali Artuzo, Flying Frenchie, Ronnie Rivet, all three incredible players for the Royal City Roller Bootleggers. And I know people are gonna say I'm biased right now, and I love Royal City, but
He looked at me. People are gonna say I'm
Royal
joking.
City is the greatest thing this derby scene has seen in Southern Ontario in a long fucking time.
They've got some
and everyone
really
better
strong
open their
teams.
eyes and see what's going on right now, because this team's gonna take everyone by storm, no matter where they go. They're either gonna win the game or they're gonna win your hearts. One of the two.
I love it. I love it. I always enjoy watching Guelph play. Oh, those dudes just got shooed out of the way.
That's fine. They were having a good time, man. Like the Royal City was just like won their first 2 Fresh tournament. Look at them all. There's like
That is
there
happiness.
is league. There's home team players, travel team players, B team players, NSOs, volunteers in the league, all congratulating their Our Ladies of Pain rookie team winning their first Fresh and Furious tournament of GTA Roller Girls. They deserve it. The president is even in the middle, making sure that she's in there. Bloodthirsty Kersey has been the president of Royal City for the last 2 years, has done a phenomenal job. So many people involved in how this league has gone forward. So many people have made sure that everyone has felt welcome and supported. And that is the biggest thing, man. If you are welcome and supported, you're gonna do well. It doesn't matter how good your skills are. You're gonna do well because you're welcome and supported. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right.
You can do poorly or you can do amazing. Either way, everyone's gonna love you.
It's true, and that's why I love Derby, and I love the community. It is so supportive, and when you start getting down on yourself, it is up to your teammates to bring you back up and to say, it's all right, shake it off.
It is. It is super important. And Again, I'm gonna speak. I'm not gonna stop about Royal City.
Go ahead.
I've been involved in this league for a long time, and 4 to 5 years ago, I was very, very worried about the state of Royal City Roller Girls and what was gonna happen. But this league has proven to me and proven to everyone and proven to the derby community time and time again that the infrastructure, training, coaching, refereeing, volunteering, NSO work, anything involved in this league is of the most that they can output that I've ever seen. And if you don't believe me, come and see what the hype is about. And I'm not gonna stop. And I know everyone at home is probably telling me, anyone knows me is like, shut up, Craig, shut up.
Oh, I'm enjoying hearing you gush.
You sound like you're blowing smoke up everyone's ass. I am not. Royal City is where it's at, everyone.
Town pride, I love it. And if Peterborough were here, I'd be doing, and they won, I'd be doing the same thing.
Exactly, everyone should. I love this league. I've been involved for 7 years now. This is the greatest roller derby league that I've been involved in Ontario. And I can't say Canada because I don't know the rest of the league, but it's damn near close. Any of you Western leagues want to represent, come out here and show your stuff.
And Eastern.
And Eastern.
Yeah, bring it on, East. We love you.
I know it's hard to knock the East. Muddy River is incredible. I love those ladies out there. Fog City, oh my God, they're the best.
Fredericton, come on down.
Fredericton, oh yes, for sure.
Moncton,
all of you come down. Yeah, Moncton, St. John. I love the East Coast. We're both from the East Coast.
We're both from the East Coast.
I know.
It's awesome.
We love to talk. We love to chant.
Yes.
We love to make jokes. But Thomas the Tank, number 394 for Royal City, putting on a show as a blocker, getting a big hug from Flying Frenchie, one of her coaches. Montreal, there's some award ceremonies going on.
Yeah, we've got the MVPs, right?
MVPs. I'm pretty sure everyone on the team gets some kind of award, but I know they're going to do MVPs, and if I wasn't wearing these headphones, I would hear the mumblings of the in-house announcement. Hopefully someone comes over to tell us. But I can tell you this, there's at least 40 fans from Royal City.
You guys are
traveled
incredible.
An hour away just to watch their fresh meat team play this tournament and win.
For those of you at home, see, I've been doing some house announcing, and Royal City does have the biggest cheering squad here.
And it's
true, about 40 people.
It's home team players, travel team players,
family members,
significant others, family members. Everyone is here.
And that just comes from what you were saying earlier about support.
Yeah, and it's honestly, if your league is looking for something to get behind, support is what it needs.
What you're hearing is a lot of happy people right now.
someone needs to support it no matter what. And even if it's one person, if that person has enough support, your league will survive. But yeah, I know as a coach, Ali Artuzo, Flying Frenchie, Ronnie Rivet are all going to be super ecstatic about this. They have trained these skaters for anywhere between 12 months, and I'm not sure what the lowest amount of skate time one of these skaters have had, but at maximum is 12 months.
Now, how many times a week do these fresh skaters put in? How many practices a week do they put in?
In our league, we have 2 fresh meet groups. So we have you can start out and do a 11-week program, and if you pass minimums in that 11-week, awesome. If you don't, then we have another 11 weeks that is there potentially for you. And if you don't pass that, then unfortunately you have to come back to the next year. But so essentially 22 weeks of fresh minimums training, and then they get about 1 practice a week as a team, but then they have access to 2 more practices a week with the rest of the league, which I think really helps the fresh skaters.
That is a help, yeah.
So these skaters could have had potentially as much as 3 practice, 2-hour practice time slots a week. Not every week. Sometimes we get locked out of our space, but
most weeks.
Most weeks, yeah.
It's electric in here at the Ted Reeve Arena.
It is. I'm loving every minute of this. And
you should be out there and enjoying it.
No, I had nothing to do with these. I had nothing to do with these. The 3 coaches out there deserve all the credit, and the skaters that made it happen. Nate Slayer, one of the captains, number 2908. Thomas the Tank, as well, the other captain for Our Lady of Spain, holding up the Fresh and the Furious trophy, victorious for their team. All the previous Our Lady of Pain skaters are around. Everyone in our league goes through this system. So Classy Last, number 35 is out there. Sudden Beth, who's now on our B travel team. Bloodthirsty Kersey, who was at one point Our Lady of Pain has her jersey on, who's the president of Royal City, is also cheering everyone on. It's incredible. I love it.
I didn't know they drank from the cup.
Did they drink from the cup?
Look at it. They're drinking.
That's what you got to do. They should skate it around like they just won the Stanley Cup. Hold it up. Yeah. Slamwise, Slamzy, Rabbit, Hit Viper, Duchess of Doom, Nate Slayer, Pablo Picasso, H-Bomb, Betty Spite, Thomas the Tank, Headlock Holmes, Silent Spring, Kilopatra, Sleeping Broody, Whirlwind, Mill Street Bruzy, Scalateral Damage, Bench Coaching, Fidget, Flying Frenchie, Run Over It. Everyone in that I just said deserves a ton of credit. This is not an easy tournament. I know, and I'm just getting made fun of by someone on the track because they made fun of me because I cannot stop talking, and they're correct. I don't stop talking.
It's okay, it means I don't have to.
Well, I do stop, as long as the pause creates laughter, and that's the only reason why you need to pause. And if you need more laughter, you just gotta pause longer. If I was at home right now, I would be telling all these skaters that they're the worst people in the world and I hate them all, but that would be total joke. But that's just my thing. I make fun of them all the time because it keeps them grounded. You're all terrible, Royal City. You're the worst people ever I've ever met.
I'm really glad you're on this feed with me because you brought an element of just pure joy that I don't think I would, like, I'm happy for them, but it's just, listening to you talk about your team is kind of like watching kids open up gifts at Christmas time.
Winning anything, honestly, has been my goal with Royal City for a long time. And Royal City, unfortunately, hasn't won a lot of things, but they've always been there.
I think the camera crew wants to go home.
They can claim that they won something, and they won the Fresh and Furious tournament. And what that means is the future looks bright. I've just been told by the producer of the show that we have to wrap this all up. Because if he didn't say that to me, I'm pretty sure I can talk for the next hour. So we're going to wrap this up. I am Professor Wrex.
I am Breaker Thigh.
Signing off. What a great tournament. Thank you very much.
We love roller derby.
Layer 9,
love to everybody.
Support as much as you can. Layer 9 is incredible. Everything Mr. Force does, and his wife G-Force as well. Incredible. If you ever meet them, say hello. They're great, great people. Thank you very much.